it's Robin with Refreshed by Robin Organic Skincare Studio. I am a licensed esthetician and Reiki practitioner here in Sarasota, Florida. I really specialize in custom organic facials. I do waxing and tinting as well. But my real passion and calling has been skincare and more on the green holistic side of that. This started with a few different things, partially with my product choice being so holistic. We share those same values, so the products I use are very natural and plant-based. And then it also, I got certified in Reiki, and that kind of, brought me towards this route, if you get where I'm going here. And then I got trained in stuff such as facial cupping, some Ayurvedic beliefs, traditional Chinese medicine, and how we can bring those ancient systems and use these tools that stem from things such as Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine into our practice professionally and also into our home care. So today I have a few tools lined up over here on the bed, and I want to talk about the different tools that I have, what they do, and what they're good for, and who might be interested in them. I'm not trying to sell anything. It's more that they're so beneficial. And I just want to share with people the benefits of these tools and the fact that you can get an entire facial that is, all about massaging the face and the benefits in that. I am going to have to do a separate video on the benefits of facial massage. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what we can do with these tools and where they come from. So one tool I have and use is the Kansa wand. So the Kansa wand is an Ayurvedic tool. It stems from Tibetan Ayurvedic, actually. And this tool, as simple as it looks, is actually very, very powerful. It's made of a special metal, a copper and bronze metal, and actually in ancient times, these two metals were not in the same place, but somehow these people, centuries and centuries ago, knew that if they took this metal and this metal from all these two very opposite places and put them together, it would somehow benefit the skin. So there we have the Kansa wand. So what this does is it holds a natural current. The metal itself is very energizing and grounding. A lot of clients will experience a deep sensation and feeling of just relaxation, very deep relaxation, as soon as I put this on them. It is powerful in that way. We can hit different, as they're called in Ayurveda, marmas with them. So acupressure points such as here, 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 here. There's a million marmas and meridians running all up and down our neck and our face. And so my goal as an esthetician is to get in there and work on these areas so that you can actually see and feel the benefits, which also creates more of a wellness experience. So what this does is, with that natural current, it's almost like a natural microcurrent, which is a very popular term in the skincare industry. But it's neat because all it is metal. Yet it has the ability to actually lift and sculpt the face and release areas of deep tension. We can use this at home as well. This is great for everybody, especially those who are sensitive. This is something that I feel confident doing on anybody. If they're very, very prone to redness, or you are very prone to redness, then you do want to take it easy on the pressure. You can massage over bone with this tool, which is really neat. And you can also go very lightly. You can massage the body, the feet, and it's just really wonderful. It also brings toxicity out of the skin. So sometimes it will do what's called the graying effect, which is where if someone is very pitta, as we call it in Ayurveda, so they're having those eruptions, you know, that fieriness, and it's erupting in their skin. This will help balance that and bring everything back to balance. And sometimes it will cause the skin to temporarily turn gray as you are massaging, which is actually very cool. If you do it with makeup on, a lot of times that will happen because the makeup has stuff in it that is, you know, technically toxic. So that's why that will happen. But if you're using a good product and you're doing this, it shouldn't happen on any kind of regular basis, but it will happen occasionally, which is very neat. Usually a little mist of toner will cure that right away, as far as getting the skin to go back to normal. But it is really, really nice that it is able to balance any skin condition. Oily, it'll help with that. Dryness, it will help with that. So it's able to really bring the skin and the body into balance. Now, a substitute for the Kansa wand, if you do not have one, they do make these in different sizes. I like the personal size, which is this one. I think it works just perfect. It can get in those eye crevices, and you can have fun experimenting with this. If you decide to get one for your home care, you would just cleanse, tone, moisturize, and then you would implement this tool. You do want oil on the skin if you're going to use it, because we need it to kind of glide. And you just want to be careful that when you're going down, you're not pulling. So even though we're gliding up and down, we're putting more pressure up than down. So it's just lightly down and then more pressure up. There are a lot of ways you can use this. I just want to introduce it to you. If you don't have that and you want to practice to see if you even like it, you can learn a Ayurvedic facial massage intended for a Kansa wand and actually use something like a spoon or a soup spoon. This is not a soup spoon, but it's similar. And you could just kind of start doing those circles to open up the marmas, and then doing maybe some zigzags on the forehead. And you can really, really work the face with this tool. And as you can see by the way I move, it's kind of the way I flow in my practice and the way I would incorporate this into my skincare regimen. So if you do not, the metal is really what makes this unique, because it does hold that current. It does have the graying effect and help with the balancing of the toxicity, but you can actually hit acupressure points with a spoon, which should probably be a video all in its own. But you can, you know, really massage the face with a nice spoon, which will typically stay cool, feel really nice, and in time you should notice a difference, especially if you have an area, say here, that holds a lot of tension. You know, we can kind of glide like that. So that is my first tool. The other tool I have here is a gua sha tool. So traditionally they come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. This is one of them, and gua sha can be used for a few different things. It can be used to work kind of on the muscular layer, maybe not so much, but more on the fascia, which is that layer in between, and the lymph, which is the very top lightest pressure, lightest layer. So the gua sha tool can be used to kind of glide very lightly. It can be used to break things up, and it can go a little deeper. You can do a lot with this. I've already done videos on this, so I won't talk too much about it. I probably will do a separate gua sha video as well. I probably will do a video on each of these tools, to be honest. But this is just one tool of many that this one stems from traditional Chinese medicine, and it is really a powerful tool when done right. It can lift and sculpt the face. It can work on lymphatic drainage, so it can reduce puffiness. This is particularly great around the eye area. So if you're having puffy eyes or any kind of issues like that, you can really, with the right, angle, kind of get in there and just gently glide everything out. You can go under the eye. And this is another tool where you do want that little bit of oil, like a oil-based moisturizer, to use it, and then you'll always want to drain everything down. I didn't really do enough to tell, but after doing this on yourself, you can really see a difference, and it can be, as simple as working on a different area every day, or if you have certain areas of concern, you can just work on those areas. So if I wanted to just break up this forehead line, I could do that, just a little bit. And when I get over here, I actually can feel that lymph build up. So I'll probably just kind of drain it down from there. But you can use this in all those ways. You can also, there's a lot of meridians on the back of the neck, so we can always kind of push up and just work along the back of the neck as well, in whatever way feels good. Now, if you don't have a gua sha tool, a few other options. So this is another gua sha tool. This is a different shape. It's also a little bit thicker. You can do different things with this one because of the shape, maybe more along the jaw or the mouth. If I was to use this, I would probably use it particularly in here to kind of break this area up, and then maybe just do that. Another thing you could use is you could use these crystal ones. I have two of them. They're both very different. This one actually has square kind of, if you can tell. So it does have the rounded top, but it does have the flat, is what I was trying to say, flat sides. So this one you could use again to get in those acupressure points. You could work it around the eye area. You could even use this side to get in close to the eye area. And you could use it just like you would use anything to break up that fascia, release tension, and also for lymphatic drainage. This one, since it isn't as this one is not as flat, so this one I could actually run flat and light across the skin for lymphatic, whereas this one's a little more circular. So this one I would probably use almost like the Kanza one, you know, I could kind of massage in that aspect, or I could just, you know, kind of lightly start bringing things over. I could definitely hit points with it, acupressure points, and just kind of hold it and do circles, and that feels great. So there's a lot of different ways, and again, this feels really good just doing some circles around the scalp, behind the ear, or even just going up and down along the back of the neck. And lastly, I have the jade roller, which I've been trying to upload my video for a while on YouTube for my jade roller. I have not been promoting my YouTube channel so much because it is so new, and I feel like the videos are not that great quality wise, but I am learning as I'm going, and I want to start sharing those videos more to my clients, and also on, you know, pages that they follow, not just directly, such as my social media. So this is the professional size jade roller. This is one of my favorites. I think it's either professional or spa size, but I like it because it's so plump and you can really go under and kind of like just really push everything up. And again, you could use this in your daily regimen in any of the ways I've mentioned. You can hold this, as I said in my last video, and use it as a gua sha tool. So if I hold it, I could move it very flat, or I could also break up that fascia. So those are just a few ways. Typically, a jade roller will have a small side. Mine tend to break. I don't really care because I have other tools and ways to work around the eye area, but I feel like even with this, I could get, you know, close if I really wanted to, or even going sideways. The only thing different about the jade roller is if I was using this as part of my regimen, I don't think I would need an oil-based moisturizer. I could just kind of roll everything. But if I am going to hold it flat like a gua sha tool, then I would want that some kind of oil type serum or moisturizer on my skin so that I'm not pulling at the skin. With any of these tools, I feel like you can get in those different layers, and it's really just about intention. And what it is you're trying to do. Sorry, I heard something. So anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I appreciate anyone who is watching this and enjoying my channel, and I really don't know what to talk about sometimes. So any feedback or questions or anything that people think the world needs to know more of, please do share with me in the comments and let me know. All right, thank you.